You're welcome to Jtechnology Solutions. Today I'll be showing you a demo of our hospital system. Our hospital system is a web application that handles the general activities within an hospital environment. This is an example of the home page of the web application that can be customized to suit your hospital. We just have a little interface of the hospital application, so you can have your pictures. Welcome to Jtechnology hospitals, and you have our professional surgeons. The features talks a lot: our services, dentistry, cancer treatment, stroke management. You can have as much, and we're going to be seeing how to create this department within the software. So you have dentistry, cancer treatment, stroke management. You can add other departments in which your hospital specializes. So you have the featured doctors. These are doctors. These are the featured doctors. All this you can add yours. You have the featured doctors of the hospitals. We have Dr. Sam Carter, Dr. Aisha Patel, Dr. Emeka Ike, and you have their profiles. Then we have our photo gallery. You can have your photo gallery. You can have your patient review and every other things that can be added. Our key interest is the feature of the hospital system. It has the capability of handling the following users: administrators, patients, doctors, nurses, pharmacists, laboratories, accountants, and receptionists. This is part one of the demo. It is going to be in series. You can get access of the other part on our social media handles. So to get the process started on a positive note, I am going to be signing in as an administrator. I'll click on sign in, and this will take me over to the login page. So this is the login page. I'll be logging in as an admin at jtechnologyhospital.com. That is my username and my password. So once I hit on sign in, it is going to take me to the dashboard. So this is the dashboard of the admin panel. At a go, you can see the number of doctors registered in the hospital, number of patients, appointment, prescription, case history, lab report, documents, payment invoice, appointment calendar that shows your appointment for the hospital. You have reports on income, expenses, appointment for today. As it stands, there have been no income for today. For the month of October, we don't have any income that has come in for the month of October 2024, but for the year in review, we only have 5,000 naira. So income that has come in is 5,000 and no expenses. So that is just a quick review of the dashboard. Then coming to the nav bar, we have departments, doctors, patients, schedules, appointments, human resources, financial activities, prescription, lab tests, medicine, pharmacy, donor, blood bank, bed report, notice, etc. So on this part one demo, I'll be carrying out the basic settings. We're going to be starting off from the first link. We're going to be starting off with departments. So I'll launch the department. So far, we have one department registered, that is cardiology. We have the cardiology department registered. So I'll be going ahead to register a new department. So I'm going to click on this button, add new, and it's going to take us to this place where I can add a new department. So I'm going to be creating this department, dentistry. I'll just copy this, using this as an example. I'll paste it here, dentistry. Then I'll come here and add a description. So I'll just go with this description. You can have your description well spelled out. For me, I will just use this since it's a demo. I'll place this here. So JT Hospital delivers an excellent standard in dental healthcare using the latest technology to provide a unique patient experience, and I'll click submit. So as you can see, our dentistry department has been created. So we now have two departments, cardiology and dentistry. So this department is used to create departments that are functional in your hospital. Next stop is doctor. So I'm going to be opening the doctors bar. In here we have list of doctors, treatment history, doctor visit. So let's look at the features of list of doctors. Presently we have two doctors registered, Dr. Sam Carter and Mr. Doctor. So what I'm going to be doing, I'm going to be creating a new doctor profile. I'll be creating a doctor profile for Dr. Aisha Patel. So I've entered the name Dr. Aisha Patel. I would enter a password. Then I'll make an email Dr. 2. Address, I'll just use 12 Lagos as address. Phone number, I will just enter a random phone number +445 that. Visiting price, I'm going to make it 10,000. Department, so I'll be selecting from the list of existing departments. I'll be using cardiology for this example. Then the profile name, I'll leave it at Aisha. I'll leave it at Aisha. Then upload, image upload, I'll be uploading her image. So I'll select image and I'll use a picture here, upload it. I'll select the image and upload. And if I hit on submit, you can see that Dr. Aisha Patel record has been created. What this implies is the portal has been created for Dr. Aisha Patel. She can now log into the system as a doctor. We are going to be looking at the doctor portal in one of the series of this demo. So since we've created Dr. Aisha Patel, then we're going to be looking at treatment list, treatment history, doctor visit, and the rest. So you have treatment history. Let's just give a little treatment history. Has to do under treatment history, it has to do with the treatment these doctors have handled. So far so well. Dr. Sam Carter has done one treatment, while Mr. Doctor and Dr. Aisha Patel that we just registered haven't carried out any. So we have the doctor visit that shows the price tag for each visit when you are to see any of these doctors. Now we're going to be going ahead to register a patient. So I'll come over here, I'll go on that patient list. I am going to be registering a new patient. So we'll come in here, I'm going to put in the patient name, let's say John Dow. Then his user login, I'm going to be using patient Sue at jthospital.com. His password, I'll give him a default password, enter a password. His address, I can just say number 14 mainland. Phone number, I'll just give him a +2345678 as his phone number. His sex, so he's a male. Birth date, I can fill in his birth date. So I have to select, let's assume his birth date is 1982, January 1st. So that's the birth date. Then we can fill in his blood group. We'll fill in his blood group. Then here we can assign a doctor to this patient. So what I'm going to be doing, I will assign Dr. Aisha Patel to this patient. Dr. Aisha Patel has been assigned to handle the health challenge of Mr. John Dow. Then I can also upload this image here. If there is an image, I would upload that image. Let's assume I'll be using this. I will be making use of this image as that of John Dow. Then I'll click on submit. So you can see that John Dow's record has been created. He has been registered as a patient in the hospital. So he also can have his own profile which he can log into, that we're also going to look at in another series of this demo. So right now, John Dow is a registered patient that has his own profile that he can log in and has his own profile. We're going to be looking at his own profile in subsequent series. The payment history of patients can be seen in here. You have case manager. You can add a case of a patient in here. You can fill in the date, the patient ID. You can select from patient here. You can select, you can create a case. Under case manager, you can create the diagnosed cases or ailment of the patient. From all the patients, you can select. So we can select that of John Dow, put the title of this ailment or the challenge, and write. You can write whatever you want to write. We're going to look at all this in subsequent series. Then you have document. You can upload. You can add a document, a patient document. You come in here. You can select the patient's name, then select the title, then upload the document. Maybe a scan report or whatever report can be uploaded from this module as it relates the patient in view. So we're going to come to schedule. What schedule does, you can see all schedules. It shows all appointments. So under schedule, you can create times that doctors will be available for consultancy and the likes, and you can also fix the amount. So let's add a new schedule. So I'm going to be doing that for Aisha Patel. So it's going to be on Monday. The start time, let's say 10 a.m. is going to end at, let's say 6:45 p.m. and the appointment duration, let's say 20 minutes. Then we can submit. Dr. Aisha Patel, she's available on Monday, and on Monday our available time commences. She'll be on Monday. She's available at 10 a.m. up to 6:45 p.m. and the duration for consultancy is 20 minutes. Holidays handles when these doctors will not be available or when they are going for a vacation. So I'm going to add a new holiday, and I'll be doing that for Dr. Aisha, and the date is going to be on the 31st of October. Submit. She's not going to be available, so she's going to be on holidays. What this implies is on the 31st of October she can't be booked for consultancy. Then we have appointment. Under appointment, you can see all appointments. Any appointment booked, you can see it on this module, and you can add a new appointment. Under here, you can see all appointments that has been booked for. You can add a new appointment. All you have to do is to enter the patient ID, the doctor, who the patient wants to see, date, available slot, pending confirmation, remarks, visit description, visit charge, if you are giving a discount, a grand total, and if the patient is paying now, all these are available. So you can come here and let's say it's John Dow. An appointment is being booked. John Dow is booking an appointment with Dr. Aisha Patel. The date is going to be on the 15th of October. Remember that for Dr. Aisha Patel, we have only registered her consultancies for every Monday. So trying to book her other days is not going to be available. So what we're going to do, you can see that no further time slot. So what we're going to do, if I come down to on Monday, she can only be booked on these days. So I'm going to be choosing on the 21st of October. Then a time slot has been given from 10 a.m. to 10:20 a.m. So that is when this John Dow is going to be. That is when John Dow will be having his consultancy section with Dr. Aisha Patel. So appointment status, we can confirm it, treated, cancel, you have all those options. So I'm just going to leave it at a pending confirmation. Remarks, I can say it is urgent. It is urgent. Then visit description. I'll just put visit price. So automatically you can see that the visit charges has been added. Remember that we set the charge rate for 10,000, and that is what is being displayed here. So administrator have the privilege of giving a discount. If you want to give a discount, administrator can give a discount, and this patient can pay now. If you click on pay now, we're going to select how he's paying. Is he paying by card or is he paying with cash? So let's assume the patient is paying with cash. You can select cash and say submit. So the patient has paid. The pending confirmation that will be confirmed. So you can see today's appointment. Under here you can see today's appointment. There is no appointment for today. There was any appointment for today, it is going to be shown here. No appointment. You have upcoming appointment, calendar, request. So under request, we're going to see, so we don't have any appointment request for today. Then next on the nav bar is the human resources. I'm going to open up the human resources. Under the human resources, you can register nurse, pharmacist, laboratorist, accountant, and receptionist. We're going to be looking at their profile in subsequent part of this demo. So for a nurse, we can use this to register a nurse. So right here, we have one nurse registered, Gold Braham, nurse 2 at hms.com Lagos, and we have a phone number type in here. We can add a new nurse, register a new nurse. So I can enter the name of the nurse as Nurse Jane, give her an email as nurse2, say nurse2 at jt.com. Then I can enter a password for her. I can enter address. She lives in Abuja. She lives in 14 Abuja. So our address can be entered. A phone number can be entered. We're going to be using +23456. Whoever has a phone number, you can attach an image, and if you have an image can be attached or you can submit. So Nurse Jane has been registered on our profile. So we can also, she now can log in and have a profile of us. We have our pharmacist. This is where pharmacist can be registered. We have a pharmacist registered there in the person of Pharmacist Ben. Pharmacist Ben, he has his user login details. He also can log in to have access to the pharmacist module. You have the laboratorist. There we have Mr. Laboratorist. You can also register your laboratorist and register accountant. So also can you register receptionist. So human resources is used to register nurses, pharmacists, laboratories, accountants, receptionists. Then the next module is our financial activities. Here you can have access to payment, add payment, payment procedures, expenses, add expenses, expenses category. You have the next one here, which is prescription. Prescription deals, so under prescription, we can prescribe drugs for our patient. So under here, you can add the date, which hopefully is going to be today. You have the patient that you want to do. You can select John Dow, who is giving a prescription. The prescription is coming from Dr. Aisha Patel. Then you can enter the history of the patient, the note, and the medicine that will be given to this patient. So these, you also have the option of adding his lab test. Let's assume he has done a lab test. You can fill in the test, the type of test the patient has done, and the result of the test. So we're going to be doing this on later part of this demo. Then you can come to lab test. Lab test is where you have the lab reports. Under lab test, you have lab reports, add lab reports, and the template. I'll open the medicine tab. In here you have medicine list. You can view list of medicine registered. So right now we only have one medicine, that is Ampiclos, registered under the antibiotic category. Then there's the purchase price, the sales price, and the quantity. We have 24. So I will just quickly register a new drug. Let me say under antibiotics. Since I only have antibiotic category, I'm going to be registering another category. Let's say ampicillin. Just copy this. Then under antibiotic, let's say the purchase price is 10,500, sales price is 13,000. Then the quantity, we have, let's say 100 quantity. Then the generic name, I will just go with ampicillin. Then for company name, I will use Emzor. Effect, we have none, no effect. Store box, let's say it's going to be in store box 3. Then expiring date, maybe 2028, February 14th. And I'm going to click on submit. Then you can come to add. Then we have add category. So this is where we create category. You can create painkiller as a category. Then put a description, maybe pain relief, and submit. So a new category has been created, painkiller. Then you have medicine stock alert. Once a particular drug is running out of stock, you're going to have an alert here that this medicine is running out of stock. So that is just the summary of the medicine tab. We can come to pharmacy tab. Under the pharmacy tab, you have the dashboard. So this is a picture of the dashboard. It shows you today's sales, today expense, medicine, staff. You only have one pharmacist. Then these are the latest sales that has been made, latest expenses that has also been made. Then you have numbers of sales, total sales. You have latest medicines. So the latest medicines that have been added is ampicillin and Ampiclos. So every medicine you add, it is going to give a notification to the pharmacist that a new drug or drugs are available. Then you can make sales here by selecting the available medicine. So you can see that the two available drugs are in here, ampicillin, Ampiclos. If you have a large amount of drugs, you can use this to search for the drugs and it's going to pop up for sales. So you can select ampicillin and it's going to automatically start the sales process. I can add 2, then automatically to calculate the amount for me. I can give a discount of, let's say, 100 naira, which will be subtracted from the total amount. Then I can click submit if I want to sell. You have expenses made in the pharmacy. Here you can add new expenses. So on that category, I have fuel. Let's assume I bought fuel for 7,000. You can enter it in here as an expenses. So you can now see that on this day, fuel was bought for 7,000 naira. You can also create expenses category. So you can add a new expenses category, maybe electricity bill. You can create and add a description. You can do that in this model. Then you have donors. Donors have to do with those who donate blood. Here you can add a new donor, enter the name, the blood group, the age, the last donation date, phone number, mail, email, and all those details can be entered here. You have blood bank. Under blood bank, you have all the various blood groups. So you can add the number of bags for each blood group. As it stands, these are the records of blood bags that are available in our blood bank. Another important tab is the bed tab. You have bed list. You can add bed category, bed allotment, add allotment, and patient service. All these are available. Then also you have reports. You can access reports. You have access to financial reports. So under financial reports, as you can see, you can select from date to what date and click submit, and it's going to show you the financial report. So I'm going to do that from the 1st to on the 14th.
Thank you very much for watching this video. Do well to like our page on Facebook and share this video. If you're watching on YouTube, then do well to hit the subscribe button and also hit the notification bell in order for you to get a notification when we upload new videos. Thank you very much.